Alright, I'm gonna do something new today. I was working on my 10th TV spot for World War Mandarin Annihilation, but then I said, no, I'm not gonna do it. Why? Because I'm bored, okay? I've been spending too much time being bored. Constantly, I'm trying to think of something new to do on the computer, but then I'm bored. So, I thought of a brave solution to this problem. What I did bravely is I thought of doing a brand new thing called my Q&A. It's not the Q&A that people ask in the comment section and then the viewer answers their questions. Nope, it's not that Q&A. This Q&A is completely different and somewhat new and original. It's my Q&A where I ask my own questions and answer my own questions. Ain't that convenient? So let's get started, shall we? Sorry for my excited accent. I'm just trying to act excited, but I'm not. Anyway, let's get started with what is my favorite trailer? What is my favorite fan in it that I've ever done on YouTube? What I've ever done, period. Um, Not what I've ever done, but I've made videos before. I've uploaded videos before I uploaded them. I've made videos before I uploaded one to YouTube. My first video I've ever made was when the Avengers came out, and that was May 4th, 2012. That was my first ever video. So what's my favorite video or slash fan edit I've ever done slash uploaded to YouTube? My opinion says the full trailer for the Unworthy prototype. Why? Because I felt like there's so much effort put into that. And my new name is IR, aka Impending Rival. So, yeah, that's why I put IR on there to sound like, I want it to be like Mr. 86 where he puts his name on the right hand corner. You know what ABP stands for in some videos? Alien Beacon Prodigy. I know it sounds cool, doesn't it? I made it up. So, so, um, so, uh, so yeah, I felt like there's so much effort put into that trailer. I loved almost everything about it, and I felt my problem I felt while uploading it is that I felt like there was too much action in there. Well, that's the thing. There's supposed to be a lot of action because Iron Man, the heroes, the one of the good guys, is the bad guy in this thing. There's supposed to be a lot of fighting in this movie. Almost all the heroes in the Marvel team take down Iron Man because of the selfishness that he's done. Hulk takes down Iron Man. Thor has everyone. Spider-Man, freaking everyone, because they feel selfish because of what Iron Man did. For those of you who don't know the story, I only typed it once because I don't like typing. I don't like typing because I don't like typing lots of stuff. I think that it hurts my hands a little bit. I did that with World War Mandarin Annihilation at one point where I put the story and the footage. It's a lot. That's a lot of stuff to type. So I felt like just putting the footage, and this is non-profit and all that stuff. So what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the story is in the teaser trailer, the first trailer with the Elysium trailer music. The first one where you see Edward Norton on the teaser trailer for Unworthy prototype. You look into it's in the description, okay? It's in the description. Some of it is in the trailers. It says the philanthropist is not their friend anymore. I just wanted to make it sound realistic. I wanted to make it like an actual trailer, like it sounds realistic. It's true. The philanthropist is not their friend anymore. Well, if you don't know the story of how he became it, please look at that storyline in the teaser trailer in the description below. If you feel like I should have added more, I'll make a video about that. I'll make a story video for the Unworthy prototype if you want me to add more. So yeah, okay, that's my favorite trailer I've ever made. Felt that there was a lot of stuff there, perfectly. My favorite part in that trailer has to be the last part, which is by far the most fanboy-esque part, in my opinion. The most fanboy-esque part is also my favorite part, has to be in the end, where the Sentinel, which is revealed as Ultron, and this is a little bit of an Easter egg for World War Mandarin Annihilation, which has Hank Pym as a kid. Well, I didn't make him as an adult. He's played by Asa Butterfield from Ender's Game. I wanted to make him a kid because I don't know. He's gonna be more intelligent. He's gonna become a man in the sequel. In the final one, World War Sentinel Endgame, which is the final chapter in the World War saga or World War trilogy. He creates the Sentinels, not Ultron. So that's just an Easter egg. So yeah, he says I, and spoiler alert, he says I am Ultron 6, cybernetic intelligence created by Dr. Henry. I put it like that because I wanted to give people, chills down their spines. I wanted to pretend like I wanted them to gasp. I wanted them to be excited. I wanted them to be like that. That's why I put that scene there. That's the sole purpose of why I put that there. And yeah. So, okay, what's my favorite? Okay, another question. Okay, that I made up. Why, okay, sorry, I'm trying to think about it. What campaign have I done? Which campaign have I done when I started it? But then, the question in full detail is, what campaign have you done what type of campaign did you do when you started it, not getting it, and then when you continued it, you were getting somewhere. The hallucination for sure. This is after I did Death of the Batman, which for those of you who don't know is say that word a lot for those of you. Okay, this is after I did Death of the Batman, which was another Batman project, and reasoning why I put Superman in this. Because I feel like Batman and Catwoman alone will be boring. I felt that that'd be boring because I felt that there was nothing cool for The Dark Knight Rises, and that was the case in Dark Knight Rises. That movie was boring, that movie was terrible. Death of the Batman has Superman, and the plot's kind of generic, but I mean, it was one of my first videos of the year, so it wasn't supposed to be perfect. My story's improved, so yeah, the hallucination's better detailed, it's better criticized, it's better everything to me. The story is basically, it's in the description as well, in the trailer, in all the trailers actually, is the story. It's in the description for all the trailers. Just pick one of them. Or heck, pick the theatrical trailer, the one with take any of the hallucination trailers. Look up the hallucination and Impending Rival. Click one of them, a random one. It says Impending Rival on it. Look at the description. Boom, you have the story. So, yeah, that's the story. Okay, next question. Have I done a fan film yet? Yes, I have. I have done 2 fan films. I know that's kind of hard to believe, but I have done 2 fan films. Well, it's not done yet. Okay, making fan films is so hard that it's so hard. I wanted to do fan films because, okay, let's start with the big one. Let's start with a small one. It's called Krypton Field. I started it because, I don't know, I just wanted to. The story is basically before Superman 1, which it's like Superman Returns. It takes place in the Donnerverse, but this has no homages minus the Superman thing and Brandon Routh. That's it. Nothing else. And Marlon Brando too. That's it. Nothing else. But this takes place before Krypton ever exploded. This is Krypton's doing fine. So the story is this alien who's the Gord from the day the Earth stood still, who Jor-El calls Krypton Field, comes to Krypton, and then Jor-El thought the brave idea, since he's a brilliant scientist, to send Kara, who's He's been on Krypton, but I didn't want to show the scene because I felt that'd be unnecessary off screen. So Jor-El sends Kara, who's like a teenager, the same age as Ellen Page is recently, to Earth, and he gives her a very large capsule. Sadly, in the Superman the movie, it looks pretty small, baby-sized, but if I made an actual movie for this, I'd make the capsule pretty big, about as big as her size of her height. So Jor-El takes her to Earth, into Kansas, into Kent Farm. So one of the main characters is Adam Kent, played by Brandon Routh. So, and the reason why Adam Kent and Kara keep looking at each other, because I want the people to pretend like these characters are starting to develop. I want people to start pretending that these characters are starting to know each other, to recognize each other, to act like real people, to start developing, rather than in Man of Steel, where Lois Lane isn't ever developed. Her character is randomly thrown in for them. But I love the Man of Steel, nonetheless. But I felt like putting Kara in there, and because I didn't feel like putting dialogue in there, because I didn't feel like that was necessary. I felt the best solution was for them to just look at each other, to pretend like their characters are developing. Though that may not be true, but just pretend like they are. If they're not, come on, it's a fan film. I mean, a fan film is not easy. It's the worst thing. So, okay, that's done. Okay, DC Marvel, the Superior. Okay, the origin of this thing came about after reading the comment sections for DC Marvel Alliance. And I heard in the comments, one person says, "Why don't you do a fan film for this?" And then Mr. 86 constantly says that he can't, because if he will, because he can't, because it won't work for him, it's too hard. He tried once, but it didn't work out that well. So I decided, I thought it would be the perfect idea was to make a fan film with DC and Marvel together, which is actually the hardest thing to do. I released this for part 1 a day after Man of Steel came out, which was June 15th. So yeah, there's a lot of work put into that. The extended one is a little bit longer. It's 13 minutes long. It's only available online, not on mobile, because apparently my program, which is Adobe Premiere Elements 9, for those of you who don't know, is sensitive to the running time of my video. It has to be. If it's 10 minutes long, it's fine on mobile. But if it's not, 13 minutes is not going to work. Neither is 10 or 12. Neither is 11 or 12, because that's too long. That's far too long for mobile users. So they're going to have to use a computer. So if you watch which one do you think is better, the original part 1 or the extended? If you haven't watched it, please watch both of them. Watch both of them. Watch the only one when you have. Watch both of them, or just watch one of them at the perfect time possible. So that's why I did DC Marvel the Superior, and that's why so Krypton Field is on hiatus for right now because I'm working on the Superior, and trust me, there's a lot of work going to be done on Superior. Fan film isn't done. It's not done. I wanted to do a fan film so bad because my dream wasn't to just do trailers, it was just to make a movie. And I was always dreaming of becoming a movie director, just like my favorite filmmakers, Christopher Nolan, Zack Snyder, Joss Whedon. All these people were all my reasoning for being directors. Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, all these people. So that's why I wanted to make fan films so bad, because at least that's something not trailer related. So yeah, that's my Q&A list. So hope to see you soon, and remember, have a nice day. This is Impending Rival here, signing off.